Yo.
What up? What up?
What up? Let's go, man.
Man.
Fucking bro, I'm coming off a baseball high from the WBC, man.
Bro. Man, that was an amazing tournament.
Oh man.
But before we get into that, we get into anything, let me not fuck up the intro like I did last time.
I don't know, man. It might have been fine. Fine, you know.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Compliment Podcast. He's Swan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. Hit him with a drink of the day.
Man, we're this is like a classic cocktail, man. I don't know if we've had this on here.
I don't remember
it was
having
a
this,
very
man.
long time ago. If we have, but the Boulevardier, and y'all know we love ourselves a good bourbon and a whiskey. So it's a good cocktail to get to try some of that and get to have some bourbon. But super simple. In a mixing glass, fill it up with ice, add 1.5 ounces of bourbon. And this was the first for us. We did this is it like Wilderness Trail? It's small batch bourbon whiskey.
Yep.
First time we've had it. It's really good. I feel like this would go really good in old fashioned, really good in this because it's very the alcohol forward, good flavor. It's super fire. It doesn't get like watered down by the other ingredients in this, so I feel like it stands out on its own. So hit that up, the Wilderness Trail. So 1.5 ounces of that, 1 ounce of vermouth, of sweet vermouth, and 1 ounce of Campari. Stir that up in a mixing glass. Pour it in a rocks glass with a large ball of ice or block of ice, whatever you use, and then garnish with the orange peel. Make sure you wring out that orange peel, squeeze it, get that oil in there.
Yeah, and the orange peel matters. So
we tried it pre and post.
Don't skip the orange peel. And you know, the reason why I picked this drink this week was I've been trying to, go like sort of more simple, try to stay away from so much sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the 3 ingredients, which is what you had told me probably a couple months ago about the 3 ingredients. And I was like, I love that where it's just like simple. There's, and we're not using like simple syrups. I don't have anything against simple syrups.
Yeah.
But it's like this
one. We're both trying to get sexy. Trying to get summer bodies on. You know how it be. Summer bodies on. Your boy's turning 40 later this year. I'm trying to enter my 40s in the best shape I've been in, So sometimes we gotta set simple syrup on the shelf for a little bit some of these weeks, man. We drink every week, so we're trying to balance this thing called life with the alcohol.
And this one's good, man. Like I said, we tried the bourbon by itself.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was very like sort of alcohol forward on this, but with the other two, like, man, this drink just hits. I'm definitely adding this to the rotation.
Yeah, I like, man.
What's it called?
The Wilderness Trail.
No.
The Boulevardier.
Boulevardier. Okay.
Yeah, the Boulevard. And then it's funny, man, because there's different people that pronounce it different ways, so I may be butchering that too. But Boulevardier, I've heard, and I've heard Boulevardier. It's a French word, so that could probably mean different. That's why I think this cocktail, I feel like I had this a lot in New Orleans, the times that I've visited New Orleans. And I feel like that might have been the first time I've had it, because I feel like this in a Sazerac, and somebody's probably screaming at their radio right now or whatever, their headphones, but maybe it's from somewhere else. But I feel like I've had this.
You gotta hit up your system, man.
I definitely feel like I've had it a lot in New Orleans, because I've been in New Orleans several times, and it's a cocktail city, and obviously the Sazerac is like the official drink of Louisiana, and so I've had those.
We had that?
For sure. Yeah, we've done it a long time ago. I feel like we did it one of the times I came back from New Orleans. With, like I was like, oh, we got to do this. I've been drinking this for 4 days.
We got to do the Rolodex, man.
And then I know we really need to do that. We really need to do our own drink recipe book at this point. I feel like it's what we need to do. Publish it.
Just so we can
us up. It's Simon & Schuster. What's up?
Listen, if nothing else, just so we could just go, all right, we up to page 100.
I wonder if we can ask AI at this point. Has the carbon footprint done this cocktail? And I wonder if it would know enough to go. We need to go do this, man.
Nah, tell AI.
I might be giving us too much.
Scan all the episodes and make me a list.
Make me a list of all the drinks we've had. I bet you we could tell to do that with the recipe. Yeah. I bet you we could do that. We need to come up with our own little cookbook, recipe book for this stuff, man. But I feel like we had it, but it was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
But I know, again, I've had this, and I've had this with the Sazeracs and stuff, and I feel like most definitely it was a bartender in New Orleans was just putting me on this stuff, and it's so good, man. Because I'm a bourbon drinker, I think I'll always ask, like, first, like, all right, give me the bourbon thing that's not an old fashioned, because I want to try different variations of that, and I
Yep.
feel like this was one of those, and it's always so good, man. It is one of those drinks, man, where you're not gonna have more than like 2 or 3. If you're driving, you're out somewhere, just cut yourself off like early at the 1 or 2 because it's a lot of
Oh,
alcohol. It's like
thanks,
a
man.
Negroni where
Thanks.
it's like
Thanks. Thanks.
the
Somebody,
3. Okay.
one of us is driving,
Well, if you're
and it ain't him.
inexperienced, well, we're experienced. I'm just saying we're experienced. It's a little different, but
I'm a
I,
veteran.
but I would say just probably just make sure y'all get a ride somewhere or just be home. No, but it's not for the lightweights. That's for sure. I would say like if you're not used to drinking because it has all the alcohol in it, it's not one of those where like I could pound 57 of these.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely
As
not.
as I say that to say that. So, but it's good, man, and I like that all the flavors of everything come out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Good, good. All right, man. As you guys heard in the beginning, man, WBC
I'm on a high from that shit, man. It was
is our
fuck, man.
comfort of the week. Even though the U.S. lost, I was rooting for the U.S. But man, Venezuela came out and man, they just played sound baseball, great pitching, great defense, great hitting. Didn't score a ton of runs,
No.
but did enough to win. And what I loved the most about it, man, was the emotion on those guys' faces. And like I know a few sort of Venezuelans that live here in America, and the amount of turmoil that country's been going through.
Yeah.
Forget it, let alone like what, you know, the US stealing their president, which a lot of them was in favor of. Just over the last few years, it's like the country's just not been in great shape. And
It's a good, like, sports does this thing, man, where it brings people together
oh, dude,
no matter what your political beliefs are, no matter what, like, your stance is, like you said, like, whether you're pro or against or whatever, but sports has this, like, this gravity that just everyone kinda can come together, if whether it's for that hour or 3 for a game or, just that rooting interest.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it was cool to see that those people get like something really positive and some fun. And I know for some people it'll be like, it's a baseball game. But
No, it's not,
if
man.
you
So
watch
it's
what it
not
meant to
just
these
that,
guys,
right?
man, it's
So I had a call today for it was at work. Two of the guys that was on the call with me were from Venezuela. Um, one of them was actually in Caracas today.
oh no way. Oh, okay.
And he goes, so when the call first started, I was like, hey, I called both of them out, and I go, congratulations to Venezuela on the win last night. Obviously wasn't rooting for them, but I could see how much it meant to them.
Yeah, you
I
can't be
know how
mad.
much,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
like yeah.
But
I was
here's
rooting for
what
the U. After Puerto Rico got eliminated. I was rooting for the U.S. But like, I'm not mad at like
no,
you
no, you
said.
can't.
It was such a good game and so well
Yeah.
executed. You can't be
But
upset.
what the guy told me that was that so the guy lives in Canada now, but was in Caracas for whatever reason. And he told me a couple of things. And first of all, he was like, yo, baseball here is like the sport. Like in Venezuela, he's like, baseball here is he goes, we don't give a fuck about American football. We don't care about soccer. He's like, baseball is it.
I think we called
And
that last week where we were like, "Yo, the Caribbean Latinos and then Venezuela and South America." Because everybody in South America,
right, right,
soccer
right.
is the thing, but Venezuela, for what and I don't
It's
know why
baseball.
that is, but Venezuela is a very big baseball,
Yeah.
um,
And he
country.
said he said today the country was basically like shut down because it was almost like a national holiday. He's like like the country is partying.
That's awesome,
Like,
man.
and
Hell
it's
yeah,
just
man. Good for
such
you
a such
guys,
a sort
man.
of feel good
Fuck yeah.
story for those guys. It just seems like a place that really needed it,
Yeah.
and you could tell by the players, the tears. And a lot of these guys are MLB players.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah,
millionaires,
dude.
right?
Right, yeah.
Not all of
And it
them.
meant dude, Acuna,
But
who is a league MVP, has gone through 2 ACL tears, has, played on I think I hurt the year that the Braves won the World Series and wasn't able to participate in that, and, like, like, to see a guy of that caliber, with that level of contract, and he's crying, and when they ask him, he goes, "This means so much more to me than a World Series." And I'm not I can't sit here and say which one's bigger or not. I always think that when you can represent country in a sport that's meaningful to that country, like, if it's World Cup, I would think that anybody who plays in a World Cup will tell you more than likely that they would rather win that than win their league's championship, whether it's English
Right.
Premier League or La Liga or, MLS or whatever the fuck. Like, and I think for the WBC, I do think for certain players, especially for like Venezuela, I think they would rather win that than win a world. And I'm not saying that they would trade it, I'm not saying that they don't want a World Series, but I
Right, of
do think there's
course.
something more meaningful in those, and in some ways it's harder because of it's only every 3 years,
Yeah.
because you're fighting or you're going against the best of that country, not just of each team. Like, dude, the Dominican Republic's team, dude, I
Oh,
was thinking about
oh my god.
that Dominican Republic US game to me proved that hitting a baseball and this Venezuela
Is
and US
probably
game
the
too.
hardest
It is the
thing
hardest thing to do in
in
sports, and I don't even
sports.
think it's debatable at this point. Dude, between the US and the Dominican Republic, you have 20, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think we have about 20 Hall of Famers.
All-stars. Yeah.
Bro, not even all-star, Hall of Famers. And they struggle to score 2 runs. 2 runs. Like, 20 future Hall of Famers, more than likely. Bro, if I go down,
Yeah.
Fernando Tatis, like Vladimir
Yeah.
Jr., fucking Manny Machado,
Mhm.
Austin Wells is maybe not going to be a Hall of Famer, but great baseball player. Like, that Dominican Republic team is so
It was stacked,
stacked,
bro.
dude. Like, and then you go to the
For
US
me,
team.
they were my favorite to win.
I thought they would win it and it wouldn't be close.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it just shows how hard it is to hit a baseball, that even with that level of talent, elite pitching beats elite hitting every
Yeah.
time. Every time.
Elite pitching and defense.
Yes, every time, bro. And it's like like you said, like I picked them to win, and I thought they would win lights out, but it just shows how difficult this sport is, how difficult it is to hit a baseball. Why, like, no matter how good you are offensively, these teams put so much emphasis on pitching and building, and it's like you can't win if you don't have a good bullpen and a
Yeah.
good start.
And I love last night. So last night's game was, when the U.S. Bryce Harper freaking jacks the homer to tie the game.
Yeah.
In the eighth. And I was like, oh man, good. I didn't want to see like a 2-0 game where the U.S. wasn't able to do anything.
Right.
Obviously, I was rooting for them, but then in the ninth inning came up, Venezuela responds and scores another run, and I'm like, yo, like it's just great baseball. I was just so I wasn't even upset that U.S. didn't win. It was like, yo, you didn't play as well.
Yeah.
Like Venezuela
Right, you
wanted
got
it
beat.
more.
Yeah, right. You just got beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, and kudos to Venezuela. Like, to your point, like they did everything well throughout the game, but in that ninth inning, their manager, man, pulling out the bunts, pulling out, like you just saw strategic baseball. That's what I love about this tournament too, man. And I feel like baseball in general has done this. And I went through this, like, baseball is my favorite sport growing up, right? And I went through this, like, I don't want to call it hatred, but there's just this period of my life, I would say over the last decade plus, where I really didn't watch it much because I thought it got boring. I thought baseball got boring. I thought that it just wasn't a good TV product. I thought that the ownership and the league didn't really care about fans anymore, and just the way they did things. And to their credit,
And they were heavily like tradition.
right.
Sounded
They're
around
very,
tradition.
baseball was very like old man, like this is our
Right.
thing and we're going to stick to this and this is tradition and we're romantic about these numbers
Mhm.
and they were just very rigid and very, so like I always tell them baseball was like the Republicans of sports. They were just like very stuck in their way, like, I'm not saying that's a knock on Republicans, but it was like the analogy that I come up with. It was like, no, this is this and that's it. And it can never be anything more than that. Right. Like, and you look at the left and they seem to be more progressive. I mean, it kind of like in that sense. And baseball was that for a long time. And to their credit, they've the new commissioner
Yeah.
is largely responsible.
Rob Manfred.
Manfred,
Right?
yeah, man, and you got to give him credit, man. He's done things to speed up the game.
Yep.
He's done things to entice
I
fans.
love that pitch. That pitch clock is amazing.
Oh my, it's so good. And by the way, a lot of the things they adapted were done in the WBC first.
Oh,
The
is that
runner on
right?
second, WBC first, right, to start the
I
extra
didn't know
innings.
that.
Like a lot of these things, like they stole from the WBC, and to
How
his
about
credit,
the trying to pick the guy off at first base?
I think it came.
Is that from there as well?
Maybe that's not WBC, but
But I love that rule, right?
I love it too, man. How many times have you seen boring ass baseball games where the guy would throw a pickoff throw there 5 times in a row, and you're just like, all right, can we get this along? And And you had baseball games. Like, I'm a Yankee fan, but Yankees Red Sox would last 5 hours, and it's like, who
Yeah,
has
bro.
5 hours to watch a fucking game on, the middle of July on a Tuesday? It was like, no, like, and to his credit, man, he did a lot of things, and it made the game like so much more fun to watch. And also, my son playing had a lot to do with that too. It made me get into the game more, and so I
Yeah.
watched a little bit more. I was coaching his team, and so it kind of forced me to, I think, sort of like get back into it. But and it happened to coincide with baseball changing a lot of rules. They made it watchable. And I said it to say that it's like, man, the last 6 months to a year for just baseball have been phenomenal. Like, we get a great World Series where and I think where I was going with that was where strategy mattered. It wasn't just about the long ball.
Yeah.
It was like, teams laying down bunts and stealing bases and using like actual strategy, like the chess match that baseball is kind of like historically known for. They kind of went away, and using a lot of that. And I think you saw that with Venezuela in that last inning, man, where he's like, they're laying down bunts, they're trying to get runners in scoring position. It was like, we just need one run. And you could tell it was like, this one run is going to mean a lot. And they did, and they did everything they could to just get that one run. And they're like, two,
Yeah.
seals it. But if we can get one, it was like, it's a big deal. And I love to see like managers pull out all the stops for that. It's like, you got these hitters coming up that you go, I can let them hit away. They're probably going to be fine. But like telling a guy, who's an all-star, baseball player, hey, lay down a bunt here because, and for these guys to be selfless enough to even attempt to do that, it's so good, man, and to do the hit and runs, and yeah, it's just like everything about it
Yeah,
was it
man.
was it was like you saw elite baseball in every fashion. You saw the home run, you saw elite pitching, you saw like like Venezuela was hitting singles all night. It wasn't even like they weren't hitting home. Like, yeah, they scored a home run early on, but it was like they were just getting on base and like kind of scrappy, and it was like fighting for one run at a time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
man, it was so cool to
And one
watch,
of the
man.
things that I heard last night during the game was that, Venezuela didn't have a night off, right? The US had a day
Right,
off. So Venezuela played 2 days in a row, but
which in baseball
also
is like,
which is fine, right?
yeah.
But the manager was talking about after the game on what's it? So it was Tuesday. So after the game on Monday, um, him and the coaching staff stayed up until 3 a.m. sort of like
To watch tape?
putting this game plan together for the final,
Game.
and then also was receiving calls from the Major League Baseball teams telling them, "Yo, you can't use my guy unless you're ahead in the ninth, and you can use him for like an inning." And so there was all of these
Yeah, it was and only
stipulations
if you're
about
up and only if
yes,
it's a steal, yeah, because, keep in mind, these Major League Baseball teams are paying, some of these guys 20, 30, 40, $50 million a year. They don't wanna see them get hurt in a game that isn't for them.
right,
Like, as patriotic and as great as this is to watch, like, the Yankees don't wanna watch Aaron Judge tear an ACL in the
yeah,
WBC, and I think his closer, the guy he put in, the Red Sox, I wanna
yeah.
say he plays for the Red Sox, I
I'm
could
not
be wrong.
sure, but
But they're basically like,
yeah, that was the one. It was like stipulation of just like if you're
or
up.
maybe it was Team USA's closer who's on the red side. I don't one of
I'm
them.
not
But
sure,
yeah,
but I
if
know
you're
the
up only.
if
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the Venezuelan guy was like, if you're up in the ninth, you can use him for an inning. That
Right.
type of
To
shit.
close
To
the
close the
game
game
only.
only.
Yeah. And it was like,
Yeah, not
yeah,
not not as not as a reliever.
and so these guys are up against that. And also, man, Omar Lopez, who is the manager to the Venezuela, he manages the Santurce Cangrejos in the
Oh,
Puerto
okay.
Rico Professional League, and they just won a championship in their league.
Oh, that's
So it's cool, man. That guy just won a
they were
championship
saying
in
that he
Puerto
also
Rico.
coaches Houston, the
I think
Astros,
so. He's like a
for like
coach,
20 years, some shit
yeah,
like that.
and then he coaches that Santurce team in Puerto Rico. I think they're in the winter league stuff, and so
Mhm.
they won their championship, and then now he wins this championship with Venezuela. So it's cool to see him. Like, so shout out Omar Lopez, man. Like, lead those guys. He's not even a major league manager,
Right.
like, and to lead this Venezuela team against elite. This Venezuela team beat what, Japan? Did
Yeah.
they eliminate Japan?
No, Italy,
No,
right?
they beat Italy. No, the US. Oh, no, they did beat
They
Italy.
beat
You're right.
Italy.
They beat Italy the night
But
before.
who beat Japan? Someone no, they beat
I
Japan
thought they
too.
beat Japan too,
They
man.
beat Japan too.
Which Japan has won 3 WBCs.
Yep.
They've won the most out of the
Yeah.
6. It's been Japan, right? And then the US has won 1. Dominican Republic has won 1, and
And
then
now
now
Venezuela.
Venezuela has won 1. So like, Japan's no easy out, and I think we talked about this last week. Like, this means so much to Asians, and then the Caribbean, Latin America.
Yep.
It's like, man, like, just it's so tough. So good for them, bro. I was heartbroken Puerto Rico wasn't expected to make it very far because of how many players they were missing. And those guys, man, they competed their asses off. The Italy team had like 100-1 chance to win this thing all, and they were a
And they
game away
played,
from
yeah,
getting. They
they
played
came
their
out.
asses. Like, you can't be mad losing to that Italian team. They were so good this year. And the Puerto Rico team, man, like, obviously I was like, it's heartbroken that they lost, but also, I feel like they accomplished a lot considering what they were up against in
Yeah.
terms of who they were allowed to bring. And then seeing the rest of the tournament, it's so fun. It's like, it's one of those tournaments where you're upset when you lose, but you're watching what it means to the rest of these guys and all that stuff, and it's just so cool to watch, man.
Yeah.
Like, I love this tournament so much, man, to watch it. I can't wait for the next one. And it also, man, again, genius. And this isn't Major League Baseball idea, maybe it is, but having it before baseball season starts, it's like these guys are playing playoff baseball before the season even
Yeah,
starts.
brother.
And now it's making me want to watch like opening day.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm like, as a Yankee fan, I'm like, I can't wait to watch opening day. I can't wait to watch the beginning of the season. Like, I'm already like kind of like baseball prime because I feel like I've been watching meaningful baseball for the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, like, give me more, give me
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
And like, man, what a great like segue into the season.
Yeah.
This is, man.
Yeah, man.
Racist sports is the fucking best. God, it's so good.
This is one of those things where since I'm a baseball fan, I'm not a fanatic, but I'm a fan, and I think that even though I'm rooting for the U.S., it was like no matter what game I watched, there was enough players on the team that I knew to go, oh man, like this is fun, and then everybody's just playing their asses off, especially the whole. I love the whole like one and done. But
Oh,
when they
yeah.
get into the
Yeah.
last segment
Yeah,
of the
after pool play,
yeah, it's like
dude,
the whole one and done
any
is
sport with urgency
oh yeah,
is
bro.
fantastic, man. Like, I love, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like even sports that I don't watch. Like, I don't watch hockey, but give me in a Stanley Cup, give me an extra periods, and like, I'm
Yeah,
like, and it's like the sudden death goals and something, like, I'm all in. Give me like shit that matters like that, and I love anything with a sense of urgency. And like this, like you said, like the one game elimination is so fucking fun to watch, man.
yeah.
I think one of the things that baseball had done like really well too with the playoffs was like making that wild card round, that one and done.
Oh yes.
I love that. It's like, hey, winning in, like in the NBA did that too, right? For their last
Yep.
spot now. It's like,
The
I
the
love that
last
shit,
2, no?
man. Fuck a series. Like, hey,
I think
show
it's
up for
set
one night.
it's 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's so good to watch, man. I love that. I love the sense of urgency. And now a bunch of people have checked out because we talked about baseball for 20 minutes. But, bro, you know what? I thought about today is like super random, but also this is about the anniversary 6 years ago of us getting sent home for COVID. I don't know why that
Yeah.
shit dawned
Oh,
on me today. I saw the
yeah.
date and I'm like, man, it's been 6 years since we were all just like,
Was it in March?
one day. It was March of 2020, where most of our jobs are kind of like, yeah, y'all gotta go home. We don't know we're gonna a week or two, and then it wound up being a month or two, and then like,
See, I was already working from home. Dude, I've been working remotely for just under 8 years.
oh, dude, no, for me it was March. Damn, dude, that's a
Yeah.
minute, man. Fuck, dude. So then for you already working,
I was
so it
already
didn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah, it didn't matter for
Dude,
me.
March of 2020 was when they were like, yeah, I gotta go home. We think it's for 2 weeks. Everybody stay home so we can stop the spread
Dude,
and
I
yada yada.
remember when you guys did that.
Yeah, dude, and I mean, I worked for a place that was like they were trying to bring us back the next day, but like the consensus, like I think the city or whatever made us close down. Everybody closed down for like
Yeah.
2 weeks, and
2
then it was like a
weeks.
month, and then we came back early. I remember having to
Well,
volunteer to just come back to
Florida
work.
did
Yo,
Florida
Florida
did
didn't
the
give a
Florida
fuck,
thing.
bro. We was out. I remember talking to people. They're like,
DeSantis
"What are you
was
doing
like,
this weekend?" And
COVID.
I'm like, "I don't know. We went out to eat." And then they're like, "What the fuck you mean went out to eat?" I'm like, "Went out to eat." I was at Outback, and then they're like, "What?"
DeSantis called it. He's like, "It's
Yeah.
bullshit."
Yeah,
Go
and then they're
back to
like, "What do you
work.
mean you're out? Y'all restaurants are open?" I'm like, "Yeah, why wouldn't restaurants?" And people thought I was fucking crazy. Everybody I
Yeah.
talked to in other states were like, "You guys aren't scared?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're watching movies and going to theaters." And I'm like, "We're at Chuck E. Cheese. We're all kind of shit." I'm like, "We're giving each other massages. Like, we don't give a fuck out here. It's Florida."
Yeah, it's like
We're coughing in each other's faces for fun. We're trying to. It was like we're holding parties. Like, remember when you were a kid and like there were certain people who threw like chickenpox parties because they were like, "Yo, get your kid to get the chickenpox so they can get it out the way." So there would be these groups. It was mostly white people did this shit. They would like put their kids in the same. And they would be like, "Oh, if your kid has chickenpox," and they would expose their kid because they were like, it was like a way to get them exposed and get
and
it
get
out
it
of the
out of the
way.
way.
That's what Florida was like during COVID. We were all just throwing super spreader events, just fucking hanging out. Trying to prove to each other that it wasn't gonna kill us, and we lost some people in between, no biggie, but natural selection, call it what you want.
God bless the dead.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, pour I'm not gonna pour this out 'cause it's expensive, but hypothetically, theoretically, whatever, pour out a little bit of Wild Trail or a Wilderness Trail with bourbon. But yeah, I don't know why that shit hit me today. I was like, "Oh, fuck, bro."
Yeah, that's fucking
6
nuts, bro.
years since COVID, bro. That's crazy, man.
And that's the year that we started this, right?
Yeah. Yep. We're about a
So
month or 2
we're
away
about
from
to
being
be
like
from
the
6
first
years?
episode of the pods. We're about to be 6 years,
Wow.
man. Yeah, hell yeah.
About to be 6 years old. That's kinda
Wow,
dope.
man. Hell yeah.
Well, and keeping with 6-year-olds, or at least young people, Bill Clinton was Bill Clinton was seen laughing at some pictures from like the Epstein files.
Yo, we didn't get a chance to talk about that's right, bro. Bill was reminiscing, boy.
That's it.
If y'all don't know what we talking about, man, your boy Bill was looking at. They were showing him photos at this deposition, right? Or was it just like some hearing? I don't know. What
It was some hearing, man.
Don't
I
get it
don't
wrong.
know.
It was some hearing with some important people allegedly, and they're showing Bill Clinton photos of like the Epstein Island, or just like.
It was like him in like a hot tub with some people and him in the
But
pool.
was it at
Him in
Epstein
the
Island
pool.
or just?
I'm guessing,
Okay.
man. It was a part of the
It was a
Epstein
hearing
files,
around
man.
Epstein.
I don't fucking know.
And Bill looking at these photos and the smile
And the
on
smile on
Bill's
his face.
This motherfucker's reminiscing. You know, he's like, remember that shit?
He's like, oh, he a wild boy.
Yeah, well, yo,
Dude,
Bill.
there's also got to be an age where you go, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, bro, Bill like
What are you gonna
1911, bro. He's
Have you seen too, like, he looks horrible. Like, he
No.
looks old as
Bro, the presidency fucks you up. I saw his thing and I saw Hillary's thing, right?
Hillary looks
And
great.
Hillary she looks great and also sounded so like, I go, yo, gave you a very lawyer answer, very
Right,
candid,
right.
but well thought out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
articulate, like, you know, I would say no matter what you think about Hillary, you can't argue that the way she answered that question, you're like, oh, fuck, that was like the smartest way you could possibly answer the question, right? And then I thought, oh, fuck, she's got to be way younger than Bill. And I look and they're like the same age.
They're like
within
a
a year or two.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, Bill looks like he's about to die tomorrow, bro. Like,
No, Bill's already
yeah,
dead.
like he's on borrowed time, bro. Like Bill's in overtime. The presidency must just age you like a
Well,
month.
remember when Barack went in, man? After the first 4 years, he had
Black
half
don't
his hair
crack
was
unless
gray.
you're the president of the United States, bro. 'Cause Barack aged like, yeah, you're right. Barack looked great, and then he left the presidency, and you're like, yo, you good, bro? It's like, but Bill, man, looking at these
Bill,
photos and the smile on his face.
Bro, Bill was like, oh man, that was a good weekend.
Yeah. He's like, oh, and you can tell he's like, yo, and the lawyer snatches the photos away, and the way he's like, no, give me that
He
shit back.
He fights the lawyer like, hold on, man, I ain't done looking at that shit yet.
Yo, let me get a copy of that. I need more time to look at that. Make sure I don't know any more facts. Bro, Bill, I don't care what nobody say. Bill was the first black president.
You know what's
Bill was a wild boy, bro.
You know what's funny, man, is that they ask, like, man, they ask him about, like, about that time, right?
Mhm.
Are you, because how old is he? Is he in his 80s?
He's pushing 80.
Okay,
I think he's either 79 or 80, but he's up there.
Do you remember details of stuff like that, man, at that age? A, do you really give a fuck? And then B, like, do you, like, I don't know, man. Do you
79.
really remember? You know, because that was,
Of course not.
he was probably
Whenever
in his
anyone
50s.
remembers like vivid details of something like that happened that long ago, I know they're lying. Right? Like, you gotta be.
Either that or it was just this
Or it was so memorable.
amazing- Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
just this fucking, like, this time where it was just like so crazy.
Fucking
or
Bill
so
was
much
looking at the
fun,
pictures. He was like,
or-
oh, that's Sarah.
Yeah.
He's like, she did this thing.
Maybe
I
like-
mean,
she had tricks.
he was like,
I mean, like, oh, what, is she here?
he's like, yeah. Is she still in the business? Bro,
Oh, dude.
Bill is a wild boy, man. Like, yo, what do you think it's like to be Hillary in that? Like, yo, because if you're Hillary Clinton, right? Like, clearly Bill has done, will do, like, his extracurricular shit on the side,
Right,
right?
right, right.
And she is as a public figure, and again, no matter what you think about her, like has been in a public eye for a long time, has run for office, has served as
Yeah,
what
she
Secretary of State
right.
for the U.S. Right?
She's still a wife.
She right, yeah, and she's his wife, right?
Yeah,
And so like there is an embarrassment that comes with like some of Bill's behavior,
yeah.
I'm sure, right? But she has to kind of like take it on the chin and take one
Right.
for the team, and because politically it's like not cool to be divorced and not cool to like it doesn't it
Do
works
you
against your.
care at 78 years old, man?
What do you mean about the divorce or about
Yeah, like, I
politically?
mean, at some point, do you just go, like I had enough? Or do you just go, like, who cares,
Yeah, like
man?
what
That
am I
shit was
doing
a
at this
long
point?
time
I get
ago.
yeah, yeah. Maybe
I
you're like
mean, Hillary might have did some dirt too that we don't know about, right? Like,
no,
who
very,
knows,
very
man? Who
possible. But also, I would to your point that we know, like we don't know about, right? Like,
right,
what's better at covering her track? Is she like, hey, dumbass, I don't care what you do, but can you hide that shit better?
right.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Can you not pull the pictures away from the
Right?
lawyer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like if you're her, like who knows? Like right behind closed doors, maybe she's like, I don't care what you do, I want to hear about it, I don't see about it. Don't fucking embarrass me in public. And Bill consistently has done that shit. So you're like, I, man, I don't know. I always think about like what it's like to be her, and then just kind of take it all the time. And then part of me goes, "Is that why we didn't elect her?" Like because we're like, "Yo, you couldn't take care of Air Force One at the time. Like we gonna trust you now? Like you couldn't handle the main airplane, the main vessel
The main
when it was your
You couldn't
only
handle
job.
the main
Your
vein?
only job was to handle Air Force One and not let anyone else get their hands on Air Force One, and you fucked that up.
Especially
And
interns.
you can't let an intern beat you to Air Force One. And so we're like, all right, maybe you can't be trusted with the highest job in the country because you had one job at one point in time, only job. You just handle the main missile, keep it out of the hands of enemies, and you could do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
is
man.
that why she didn't win? Because bro, it can't be the emails. At this point, the current administration has shown us if y'all worried about email security, I'm gonna just say, uh, our boy now is violating all kinds of
Dude,
violations. Like, email security can't be at the top of our list, bro,
dude,
anymore, right? Like,
I
we don't
will
give a fuck about that.
say when she didn't get elected in 2016, right?
Mhm.
And then she wouldn't come out to speak, I was like, "Oh, that she shouldn't be." Like, if you can't come out and do, like, a concession speech,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you know, you gotta call your boy up as much shit as you guys talk about each other, and you
Mhm.
gotta congratulate him, and you gotta be
And you
like,
gotta move
"Hey,
yeah,
hey,
okay.
now we come together, we support this guy,"
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's the historically, that's
Remember
what's
sh
happened.
right,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
remember
yeah.
she was like, "Yo, I'm not going, like,
Fuck
I'm
him.
not
Yeah,
talking."
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
No, she wasn't fucking, she was like, "I'm not talking." And I was like, "Oh, that's whack." Like, you gotta come out there and do the political shit, man. You gotta come out there and play the game. You've been playing the game,
Yeah, yeah.
and now since you lost, now you don't wanna play the game. So I
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah.
kinda whack, but
Yo, you
whatever,
know what's
man.
crazy though? Is how some of this shit was wild and they know about each other's wild shit. Cause even Trump now is like, oh, Bill's cool, man. I got no beef
Oh,
with
yeah.
Bill. After all that shit he talked about Hillary and with him, he like, oh, like Bill's a nice guy. He's always said nice things about me. Like suddenly him and Bill are besties, bro. I'm like, bro, if we ever actually find out what's popping with all these things, and we never will, but if we ever did, it's probably so much better than we could ever imagine. Like, the shit that these guys have to know and been a part of behind the scenes. Like
Dude, there's that saying where it's just like, yo, like, they're all part of a club and we ain't in it.
mhm.
I think there's a lot to
Was
be
that who
said
was that
about that.
George Carlin? Who it was
I
like
think it
George
was part
Carlin
yeah, that
where
sounds
he
right.
went on these fucking rants, and it was,
Yes,
like,
that sounds
30
right.
years ago,
Yeah,
bro, 40
in the
years ago.
'90s.
It was in yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And people thought George Carlin was ape shit, and he's
Mhm.
like, "Yo, these guys are all in some club, and y'all just ain't invited." And he went on these tangents, and he talked about very much a lot of the shit that's I want to say relevant today, but obviously just relevant
Just
throughout
been
the
relevant,
history of
right.
time. Yeah, man, he was very. It's weird because I mean, and he's not the only one, but there's a lot of people that are like, man, they sound like crazy, and now we're like, oh fuck, man, they were right.
Yeah.
Like it is weird to see, man.
Well, listen, man, staying with the topic of wild boys,
Oh, I know you about to get
did
it.
you see Ray J?
I didn't see Ray J, but you just had to say Ray J, and I knew it was gonna be
Dude,
crazy.
Ray J is looking real crazy right now. So I
Okay.
know when we talked about this off air, I didn't tell you what I'm gonna play something for you.
Oh, okay.
But you said something about Ray J was saying something recently about like he was, I don't know, was he suicidal or some shit?
No,
What did you hear?
Ray J was
Is he
saying that
sad?
basically that he's, like, dying, that he's got, like, a very short time left to live, he's got some kinda medical shit, and he
Oh,
was
say
talking
what?
about, like I can't remember if it was liver or can but he was basically going, "Yo, man, I'm talking to my doctor, I don't have much time," you know, he claims that he was drinking bottles of liquor per day, bottles, and that he was taking I forget, it was something like an entire bottle of Adderall, like 30 Adderalls a day, which
Oh wow.
I find hard to believe that you're not dead yet, but I don't know. He could be right.
So he has some medical conditions
20, 30.
apparently?
No, he was just fucking addicted. He was just taking drinking.
Ah, okay.
Dude, Adderall, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If he's taking Adderall, like at 30 milligrams, and you're taking more than one a day, that's a lot. And to the fact that he's saying he's taking 20 or 30 a day is fucking crazy to me and feels like an
What
over exaggeration if you're not like you would have been dead. I'm not a medical expert,
what do you have to focus on
but bro,
that bad?
also that shit works for a long fucking time,
So like
bro.
all day?
Yeah, bro, if you take an Adderall at let's say 30 milligrams
Yeah.
at 9 a.m., you're awake till tomorrow, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, bro, it's not, dude. And
So
there's
you
a
can't like build
crash.
a tolerance on
No,
that
and
shit?
there's a crash that comes, it's weird, and maybe that's what he's doing, he's like, he's taking another one for the crash, but you don't need 30, you need one more mid-afternoon, and so because it's weird, you'll crash hard, like, you'll get exhausted, and then you won't be able to sleep, like, the fact that he's saying he took 30 a day, that's like averaging an Adderall an hour, if you're taking that shit at the max dose, I find it hard to believe that you could do that for years, and you wouldn't have already died
Yeah.
of a heart attack or so and again, I'm not a medical expert, I'm sure there's plenty of people who've done that shit, and the body's pretty resilient, it gets used to a lot of shit. I just as someone who has taken an Adderall or 2 in a day, I can't imagine putting my body through that every single day for fucking, what he claims to be 10, 20
Yeah, yeah.
years, it just sounds crazy to
All right,
me.
well, let me play this clip for you, man, because
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. Um, but I was like, I don't know what. Like I said, I did not know about what you just talked about with as far as
He was
his
basically saying like, "Yo, guys, I don't have a lot of time to live, blah, blah, blah." He's dying.
yeah.
And I don't know if he's doing that for attention because Ray J is also the king of attention and the OG fucking viral click thing. He is the first person to bang Kim K on camera and basically turned the
Was there
sex
some
tape
was there
into.
somebody else that banged Kim K on
Eh,
camera?
I'm gonna assume there was. I'm just saying, but he was basically like the first person to basically get famous off of going viral on the internet, I would say, and it was a sex tape thing, right? Like, we weren't really talking about Kim Kardashian pre that. We know who she
No,
was.
no, no, she
You
was.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways,
All
go
right,
ahead.
so play
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna play this now. Check this out.
Post, nigga. And I see you shaved your legs, nigga. I like that. I tattoo the fuck out these niggas, blood. Bend y'all niggas over, bro. Hit y'all from the back like this, nigga. Fuck punks. Where Bussy Baby? Where back shots? Y'all come in and get some too, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Not somebody named
Come in and get
Backshot.
some of this.
He's grabbing his dick.
Get some of this Cameron ass.
He on 40 Adderall
Nigga.
right now.
I know that yet.
What is happening?
I don't know. And so I don't know if he has
Oh, he dying and he don't give a fuck.
So when he's like,
He reminiscing
when
about
he's
Diddy
like-
party. He doing a bill. He doing a Bill Clinton about Diddy parties, yo.
and he's like, I'm gonna bang y'all niggas out. He's standing up and he's like this.
And he's
And I was like, yo, Ray J crazy. I'm
Ray
at,
J.
and so
We
I'm,
knew Ray J was crazy.
I'm at home and I go, I pull up one of my sons and I go, yo, did you see this? And he goes, oh no, I didn't see that. He goes, but that guy's crazy. He goes, he goes when Kai Cenat did like this whole like 24-hour
Oh, the stream.
or
Yeah, yeah.
multiple day fucking streams
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever the
The
fuck he was at.
Mafia stream, whatever. Yeah.
He goes, he was in there. And one of the things was Kai Cenat was in the shower and he had music on and he was dancing. And Ray J comes in there with glasses and a hat. And Kai Cenat's like, No. He's climbing up on the fucking shelf. And he's fighting Ray J. They don't come in the shower with him. And then they show
Let me find out Ray J trying to fuck Kaisana.
And this other scene where it's like middle of the day and Ray J's walking around bricked up. And he's
not bricked. Ray J like, yo, our boy Diddy's in jail. Somebody got to take over.
I don't know if the Adderalls make you horny. I don't know what's going on, man.
The king of sodomy position is open.
And it's funny because Kai's not looking real worried because he's walking around.
I bet he is,
up.
bro. Kai's like yo, Ray J walked into your bathroom bricked up. You should be worried if you're Kais.
Oh,
like, nah, I seen what that dick do to Kim K. Keep it away from me.
Shout out to Ray J. Ray J,
yeah,
I'm finna buy some Ray.
I hope you live, dog.
I'm buying some Raycons tomorrow.
Yeah, for real. We need you to live longer. Don't fuck around. I hope you're not bullshitting about dying, bro. God damn, Ray J. Or maybe he really is dying. That's why he don't give a fuck. He like, yo, I'm on stream. I'm about to start raping rappers.
Yeah, like Kaisana didn't invite me over here for nothing.
Yeah. Like, you want to go viral or not? You want to know how other people got famous? It's fucking me on camera. Like Kim K sucked his dick on camera. She's been a billionaire ever since. Like, I'm just saying.
Facts.
Yeah. Yo, Ray J gotta be arrogant as fuck. I would just nickname my dick Powerball.
In that video, he makes a motion like he's banging dudes from the back.
Oh my God, bro!
And then at some point, he's grabbing himself. And he's like, come through, niggas. Come through.
Oh, so Ray J gotta be like a little retarded, right? Like, you watching him tape. Like, he been on all these shows and stuff.
I saw the comment, somebody was like, Brandy, you better come get your brother.
Yeah. Bro, but for real, you ever watch Ray J on interviews and stuff? You're like, oh, he's a little special for sure. Amazingly talented voice, right? Like, great singing voice. But Ray J gotta be a little special, right? Like, short pause. You don't think?
I haven't seen that many interviews.
You didn't see him in Love and Hip Hop or like whatever his other BT shit is, and when he talks, he's hilarious. But then there's some shit where he says something sometimes, and I go, oh, definitely has special needs. And maybe that's me making an excuse. Maybe I just assume anytime anybody does some retarded shit that they actually are retarded, and I'm not being.
Are we allowed to say the R word?
We are now. Fuck it. Does anybody care about that anymore, bro? We blowing up countries and kidnapping presidents. Like, if y'all worried about what I say on a podcast,
you're not wrong.
Like,
you're not wrong.
Do we care? Gas is $5,700 a gallon, bro.
Why I gotta put $50 in my 2001 CRV?
Bro, I'm back to high school where I'm like, let me put $12 on 11. And that should give me 8 gallons.
I'm back looking for change in the middle of my fucking
like,
seat.
Nah, dog. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm like, nope. I think if y'all worried about that shit, y'all need to check on some of our government officials.
Dude, speaking of that shit, man. So I had a call today with somebody that I work with who was based out of Dubai. And then he was like, hey man, like I'm getting off a little bit early today. I've been up since super early. And sometimes he has calls, based on the way he is in the world, he'll support like, that part of that region of the world, right?
Yeah,
so they got phone calls, he's getting up early, whatever. And I was like, oh man, like, did you have an early morning? He goes, well, yeah, like my building shook at 2 a.m. this morning because a defense missile intercepted a freaking missile supposedly from Iran.
Yeah.
And he's like, the whole building shook. He goes, I thought my building was bombed. And I'm like, yo, like,
that's scary as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
you're
bro.
living in that shit now, like, every day.
That's got it's got to be
And
nuts,
Dubai was
man.
considered safe, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
Dubai's been
right.
our, like, party fucking destination. Now Dubai became, like, fucking, Vegas, Middle East
Yeah.
for us, like
But supposedly, like Iran is going like, oh, you're friends with these people, like now you're getting it. You get a bomb,
but
you
they
get a
didn't come on and
bomb,
be
and you
like,
get a
"Yo,
bomb.
my bad, we didn't mean to do that, y'all. We just your boy US is tripping, so we just had to do some shit." And I thought they kinda, like, backed off of that, and they just started bombing Israel again, and then
It was
dude,
that was this morning.
I wonder if it's just so fucking hard to hit the US directly that they're like, and I'm gonna knock on wood, but,
Yeah,
like, I wonder if they're just doing that and they're just going, "Well, we can't get y'all. We're just gonna keep fucking with your
with your
boys."
friends. Yeah.
And also, I know we have, there's a lot of expats in Dubai, and we have bases in Qatar and,
Mhm.
throughout the Middle East, and so I'm sure some of it is that,
Mhm.
and they'll attack some of those places.
Yeah.
Um but it is, man, if you're because Dubai is such an international city at this point, and that there's so many people. Where is he from? Like, do you know where his original background is?
No,
Like, it's probably not, from Dubai or
I
the
believe I
UAE.
believe it's somewhere in India.
Okay, yeah. So it's like, there's so many people there from all over the world. Like, I see a lot of like Indians and Australians and
Right.
Americans and all that stuff, and Englishmen, and in Dubai that like it's become this very international city, and it was looked at as safe and,
Right.
like, obviously, like, like world leading in technology and all this stuff. And it's gotta feel super scary now where you're like, man, I live in a place that is essentially a war zone or can be targeted at any
Yeah,
one time.
yeah.
Like, you could be in bed
Well,
and a
last week we talked
fucking
right.
missile hit your building, right? Like,
Last week we talked about a missile that got intercepted, but then like some debris hit one of the
yeah, like,
hotels. Yeah, man.
dude, you could be sleeping. Like you said, that guy could have been sleeping and
Yeah.
life's over on some shit he ain't involved in, they know nothing
Right.
about it. And sadly enough, that's the reality for a lot of people in certain countries, right? But when you live in a place probably like Dubai, like the US and all that, it's something you take for granted. And yeah, man, it's gonna take a long time, I think, for people in that region, I think, to feel safe again. And like, and I don't even know what the answer is, because there's like the answer, like total annihilation of Iran, where that means, you know, catastrophic civilian casualties,
Right.
like man, I hate to even put this out there, right? But you go Hiroshima, right, on like Iran, like, and it's
Yeah.
sad because
I mean, I hope not, man.
it feels
That's
like if it's not us, it's Israel, right? Like,
right.
someone eventually goes, "Fuck it,"
Yeah, enough.
and just enough, right? Like, you go, "This is the lesser, quote unquote, of two evils," and just not even on some political shit, but just on like just human shit. Like, I don't know how you end this, and you know because the trade-off is like, hey, do you drag this out and more lives are lost in other countries, right? And collectively, right? Or does someone eventually, right, whether it's the US, whether it's Israel, go, fuck it, we got to make the hard decision and just whatever that is, and go catastrophic, military event, and whether that's nuclear or whether, what,
Yeah, man. I mean, I hope that.
and you hope it's not that,
I hope we
but I'm like,
learned our lesson from Hiroshima.
right, but like I guess I like the flip side to that is like they've already said we're not talking. Like, because we've been talking, and every time we've talked, you've attacked us. So, and whether that's true or not, like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I don't know what's actually real and other stuff. But like when that appears to be like that guy's stance is like, yo, man, we've been in a truce. We've been talking about what peace looks like and whatever. And during those
This is the Iran. This
negotiations,
is the Iran.
yeah,
Okay.
you've attacked us. That's his position, right?
Now this is the guy who is now in charge, but wasn't before.
Correct, right, but wasn't before. It's like his position has been, like what I've seen from him in like shows that he's been interviewed is like, no, we're not interested in talking about peace deals because we were in the middle of peace deals and we were attacked both times. One last summer when they hit the nuclear facilities, and one now in the middle of peace talks. So like, why the fuck would I come to the table now when
Right.
both times, And again, there's a
get
lot of
it, right,
nuance
get
to
it, though.
these, but I get it. If I'm him,
Right.
I'm going, yeah, fuck y'all. Like, I may go down with this shit, but I'm taking a lot of shit with me. And bro, it's like the whole nothing is more dangerous than like a cornered animal, right?
Right.
Like, and it feels very much like we've cornered Iran. And at this point, it's like they probably understand that this means their destruction, but they're willing to take a lot of fucking things with them. You know, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but it just feels like one of those things where you're going, man, you're going to have to make a very tough decision that is catastrophic for humanity in that region and for civilians. And you hope it doesn't lead to that. You hope that they kind of come out, hands up, you know, white flag thing and go like, hey, like, you know, let's fucking talk about this. But like, I just, it's difficult for me to see it not leading to something crazy right now, right? Like I don't know. I hope it doesn't.
So I hope not,
crazy,
man.
but.
I mean, you know, shout out to the people in that region, and like thoughts and prayers with those folks. Like, I don't want to see, you know, never want to see innocent folks getting killed, whether it's in Iran, in Dubai, and any place in that region, or even around the world, man.
Yo, you know what, man? This is just gonna sound like a joke, but these parts of the world, bro, they need a Ray J. They need like entertaining. Yo, I know I'm gonna sound fucking retarded, but like, can we just sit here and all agree that the countries that make their women dress like ninjas are all just constantly fighting? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just let them have a strip club,
free the ninjas,
just free the ninjas, bro, like, if we just let y'all, like, all the, like, there's no, bro, I'm dead ass. I know this shit sounds like a joke, but, like, the oppression shit and all that stuff, like, all these countries that have these very oppressive behaviors and have, and these belief systems and all that stuff, all these guys are just fucking angry all the time and just, like, intense and just have and they have these beliefs. And not to say that America's not perfect, man. America's got, like, we have our extremists and they do all this stuff, right? But in relation to our population, right, it's a very small percentage of them. And it's because in America, like, we have porn and we have strip clubs and we have prostitutes and we have, you know, like, not legalized, but like dudes can get their jollies off in a lot of ways, right? Like when some guy shoots up a fucking mall or some kid's a school shooter, they're more than likely they're a virgin or they don't have cable TV or whatever fuck. Like, these guys, they're like they're oppressed. I'm like, there's gotta be a thing here where you go, guys, how about we send cable to Iran? We'll send some of our top OnlyFans models and maybe some fucking casinos, and what, like, y'all need to blow off some steam in another way that's not like these extremists, like, bro, because I think we all know people like this. It's like, you ever know, like, the person with, like, no job or no kids or no, like, anything, and they're just
the one
sitting
that
at
has
home.
no one,
Right, they have
nothing
nothing else to do, and they're just, like, on Facebook all day just getting angry about shit. I feel like, and maybe this is a generalization, but I feel like this is a country or a region of people with a lot of shit like that, where they're just constantly being fed shit that's like, here's what's wrong, here's what's wrong, here's what's wrong, here's what's wrong, here's what's wrong. And, like, sometimes maybe they just need to see some titties. Like, you know, like, I know I'm gonna sound fucking crazy, like a sexist person.
Do you have
Or they need sports.
Do
Like,
you
think
have
about
Tourette's?
this. Bro, yeah, maybe. Yo, think about Iran. Are they in the World Baseball Classic? Are there major sports being played in Iran and like as a league locally? And maybe there is, and I'm just ignorant to this shit. But, like, do they have real entertainment that like occupies their time and brings them joy and does shit? Like, I know that shit sounds fucking nuts, but I'm like, man, humans, we need
shit like
outlets, we need distractions, we need things to care about. The Romans were like ahead of their time if you hold these Roman games, even if it's just a bunch of guys fucking killing each other, we will cheer for the shit and it will buy us time to keep the people steady and it will keep the people from rioting and overturning a city. And that's why you saw, like, the Roman emperors, like, whenever shit would be wild or they knew they were about to do some wild shit or whatever, they would be like, let's throw a celebration. And it would have like a fucking Coliseum games and there would be guys fighting fucking lions and bears.
That's modern day America, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We watch UFC and we watch fucking baseball and we watch it. Like, we have all these other distractions, and for better or worse or whatever, it fucking works, bro. It keeps us,
Dude, I'll be honest, man,
in line.
I'll be honest, bro. Like the you know, like I look at news stories to see what's going on so that we can bring content here. Other than that, I watch sports stuff, man.
Same. I default to Sports Center or whatever. I don't want to watch the news, man.
Like, sports drama is unimportant but entertaining. Right, and then there's always
Mindless.
somebody
Yeah.
that you're rooting for or you're rooting against, and it provides a distraction. Whether that distraction is good or not, I won't even comment on that.
Right.
But it's way better than watching the evening news where somebody dies or somebody's getting attacked or just mass shootings or whatever.
Dude,
Like,
you're right. I try not to. Like, even political news, I get because I follow certain
right,
pages and I'll watch certain content for us, for the pod, for, like, but if I'm going to bed, I just throw on SportsCenter. I'll just throw on some funny sitcom, I think. Oh, it's a murder doc. Whatever. Like, I don't wanna watch the news. I don't wanna watch, like, I don't care, and I understand that most of it is designed to, like, we're watching. There's no, I don't really think there's news anymore. I think there's just affirmation. It's all entertainment now. It's not, there isn't really a network out
it's
there
all for
designed to
clicks.
give me real
Yeah,
information, right? It's, and I understand, and the thing about that, man, is like, I also understand the need as a business to sell, most important, to sell ad revenue
advertising. Yeah,
and to make money and to look for your bottom line. And so unfortunately, the fact that it is a business already uh, removes the ability to be biased and the ability to be to actually give me information, because now you have to just give me the shit that I will click on. And for
right.
humans, the shit we click on is salacious. The shit we click on is the things that make us angry. The things we click on are the things that rile us up and make us feel some type of emotion. It isn't information. Like, we wouldn't watch any news channel if the headline was anything factual that was, like, informative. And, like, if your headline was like, you know, "Oh, do this and you," I don't know, like, "Go vote for your local thing and you can have the school system do XYZ," like,
Right.
we wouldn't be like, "Meh." But then if the headline is like, "Your local politician is trying to rob you of yada, yada, yada," and, like, you click, right? Because it's salacious, and then now automatically you hate whatever party that's, it's just like, it's not
Dude, I
designed to really give
know,
us
like,
information.
and I know people, like, I try not to get, because I trying to get too wrought up about anything, right? Because I go, there's, there's three sides to every story, right?
Mhm.
There's mine, there's yours, and there's the truth. Um, and I don't know, and again, because these news outlets are kind of giving it to you, and I know it's clickbait, and so, but I know people that they'll look at that and then they'll be sort of outraged, at least for the moment. And again, I just feel like a lot of this shit is just like distractions. Maybe the wrong distractions. I choose sports as my distraction
Yeah, man.
because like I said, it sort of brings me more joy, right? To watch that. Plus, I know that like my monkey brain is not geared to know everything that's going on around the world
We're
all
not,
times.
bro, human beings weren't designed to, like, we were designed to know, yo, there is a fucking lion around that corner that's gonna eat you, go the other way. Like,
Right.
that's it. Like, and go hunt food. Like,
Yep.
there's not, our bodies, our minds are all that weren't designed to know as much information as we know now, and we can't handle it. And I think also too, my, like, life is, we talk about this fucking ad nauseum. It's like life's too easy now, and so we need to create our own conflict. We need to create
Yep.
our own things. It's like, and that's not to say that people don't have real struggle, because there's certainly real struggle. There's certain people who have
No, but even
different
when your
day-to-day
life is
lives.
really good,
Yeah,
you still like
yeah,
there is something about there's something about
yeah.
creating,
Dude, I
creating a
catch
monster.
myself on a fucking daily complaining about something and then going, "Oh, it's a first world problem," like, and it's not to say that it minimizes that problem, but, like, part of me has to take a step back and go, "How lucky am I that that was the worst? That's my problem. That's the
Yep.
thing that I have to complain about." Like,
Guess
and I
what,
don't,
man?
and I don't
Guess what,
lose.
bro? Your building didn't get bombed today.
Right, and I don't, I'd like to think I don't lose that perspective, because when I'm objective and I sit there and think about it, I do think like, first world problem. And I like to think that for the most part, like, I'm a very positive person in the sense of like, well, fuck it could have been worse. I have my days like anybody else, but like, there is a lot of me that will think about shit and I just go, fucking yeah. To your point, I'll be like, building bomb today. Like, if my complaint is like boo hoo, like my job is this, my job, and it's just like, Eh, it's pretty good life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, bro.
it's if
For the
my
most part, we do well, man.
right. If my worry wasn't like, yo, can I get my kids to school safe without getting fucking killed by a missile strike? Did I wake up and not get bombed overnight while I was in bed? That, you know, like, and again, I know it's easy to have this perspective because we're not living in it, but I do think that we lose a lot of that perspective living here or living anywhere that doesn't have to worry about that. Living in a lot of European countries, living, you know, like it's not America isn't the only place where we have quote unquote freedom and we have this I guess these luxuries, but you know, if you're fucking Australian, if you're most of Europe, if you're most of Asia, right? You woke up in Japan today, like living a pretty fucking good life, right? Like this is not unique to us. It's just that it's very easy to lose sight that we are so lucky to have been born in a position that we had no control over, which is like we were born in the right country. Or in proximity to the right country. Right. Like if you were born in Iraq and you didn't migrate to somewhere else, like you have no control that you were born in Iraq, right? Like maybe you could figure out a way out or whatever.
Yeah.
But like if that's all you know, like that was just luck of the draw, right? Like you didn't do anything to like I guess influence that circumstance. Yeah. It's just wild, man.
Yeah, bro, it is. How we doing on time, bro?
Just at an hour.
All right, good. What we're going to close off with, man? You got a couple of things on here that we didn't get to last week.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of what stories get old. Do you hear about the Tampa airport? They're banning pajamas and Crocs.
Just at the airport?
Yeah, well, it's the Tampa airport, so they're like,
okay.
be coming in this bitch wearing Crocs or wearing pajamas.
Why?
Which,
I mean, Crocs?
Why?
Because they're like, because, you know, like, so they want you actually.
What you mean, why? I saw this shit, I started clapping.
Well, I don't wear pajamas anyway, so I'm not in danger of that. But I mean, the Crocs, I'll fuck with some Crocs, and I feel like they're easy to take off.
That's the last episode of the podcast.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Midnight Million.
I fuck with some Crocs, and I'm looking into buying a Super Bowl.
I didn't know you was lesbian this whole time. Goddamn, man. You know I'd understand. I don't know why you waited this long to tell me.
So what's going on with the Crocs?
I think they're just like, bro, it's fucking weird. It's gross. And pajamas are and pajamas are crazy. So the Tampa airport like sent out this whole like fucking bulletin of like, yo, like, you know, from here on out, Crocs and pajama pants or pajamas are just banned at the airport. Yo, and airport, to be fair, like airport rules are a little lax than anywhere else. Like airport rules are very like, you could drink at an airport at 9 a.m. and not get judged. You know what I mean? You could wear wild shit. You could look tired. You could go in there in pajamas. I can think it was like an accepted, right? Because people think that like, I want to travel comfortable.
Right.
And that. But they're like, sick of seeing y'all in these trash ass outfits.
So you don't own any Crocs?
No.
In fact, my whole family, we all got
them. In fact, there was one point in time when my son was into them, and I thought about putting them up for adoption. Like he was into the Crocs, and he wanted the little like
the giblets,
whatever that shit is called. And I was like, yo, we might have to give him up. I mean, he cried a lot as a baby too, so clearly,
strike two.
I was like, yeah, this just can't be happening. I was like, I draw the line at Crocs. And so
I'm wearing my Crocs next week if I don't forget.
I'm not opening the door, so there won't be a problem. Yo, Crocs and pajama pants, bro. There's certain attire that I see, and I'm just immediately like, ugh. Like, there's not a thing that you see people wearing, and you're like, ugh. Because there's a time and place for everything. Like pajamas at home, cool.
Yeah. But I do see people, like you said, like at the airports. I have seen people like they wear like pajama pants.
Yeah, because rules don't apply at the airport.
But the Crocs, I go like, yeah, like I get it. They're almost like a shoe slipper.
I see Crocs, and I'm like, kill yourself.
I'm rolling up.
I've never once seen Crocs and gone, oh, that's appropriate for this situation. I'm trying to think, bro. Like, I wouldn't even want you to be buried in Crocs. I'd be like, nah, you deserve more self-respect than that. I see people in Crocs and I'm like, yo, we're never gonna be friends. So this is heartbreaking for me right now.
No, wearing them next week, and our relationship will get better. And I'm going to buy a Subaru this week.
Well, you said Crocs. You didn't say you were to go a full-blown lesbian. Goddamn, bro. A Subaru and Crocs. Man, it's fucking evolving into a carpet muncher like a Pokemon. There's no outfit that you see people wear where you're like, nah. Like, I mean, yoga pants and, like on a normal basis, like that don't bother you.
No, I love
like, no, I love it.
No, I love it. Y'all can all wear yoga pants. I'm good with that.
Nah, there are some people that should not be wearing yoga pants.
Yoga pants is like not the equivalent, but like when I was let's say in my high school years, we say like late 80s to early 90s, people will wear spandex.
Okay.
And there was people that shouldn't be wearing spandex that was wearing spandex.
Yeah, I've seen people at the office wearing spandex and yoga pants, and I'm like, nah, go home. I didn't say that, but like I wanted to. I wanted to be like,
well, in the office, of course. I wouldn't expect it there either.
But like, if you're not doing yoga, where else? Or the gym, or working out, right?
No, in the supermarket. Yo, y'all keep doing the yoga pants, man. I ain't mad at you.
If you left the gym and went straight to Publix, okay.
Well, I don't know where she just came from. I'm not mad at her.
I don't know, man. So shout out to Tampa Airport for doing the Lord's work and banning Crocs and fucking pajamas, bro. I see people out in pajama pants, and I'm like, bro, for real? Like, why? Like, of all the, like, just put on shitty shorts, I don't know, or just sweatpants, or what? Why leave your house in pajamas?
Yeah, I have seen that in airports.
Oh,
I know the whole pajama pants.
And I get why, because people want to travel comfortable, and I get it. I have my airport attire, but it's not pajamas and it's not Crocs, and it will never be either or, because I have self-respect.
On that, tell them where they can find us.
Fucking as a terrorist, looking at
not in the Crocs store, not at the Subaru,
not at the Subaru. Yeah,
unless they got a sale on WRX.
Never at Lululemon. Fucking. God damn, bro. Not at Ninja School, nothing. At the Carmen Food Podcast on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, at Carmen FP Pod on X, TikTok, or sorry, I think I already said Twitter, and at the Carmen Food Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, wherever you get your podcasts or your audio or your music. Tell your smart device to play us. They'll find it too. We're pretty much everywhere now. It's no excuse. Just Google it.
That's right. Everywhere. Yeah. We're everywhere. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I saw this week, and it hit me good, so I'm gonna leave it with you guys. To be happy, you must eliminate two things: the fear of a bad future and the memory of a bad past. Your entire personality is your brain trying to protect you from things that already happened or could happen in the future. So just remember that.
Like wearing yoga pants at fucking Super.
And we appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.